My name's Ash and this is Dec. We're going to be breaking down a chin circle over on the bars for you today so you can teach this to your gymnasts in your own club all the way from the start to the finish. So the first thing we're going to do is get the gymnast next to the bar. We're going to get them to perform a chin hold. So they're going to jump, pull their chin over the top of the bar and hold themselves in this position. So you can help them as a coach by grabbing their hips and helping them jump. In this position, you can take your hands away, put them back on again, and then let them drop down onto the floor. As they get stronger and stronger, you can start to take your hands away for a little bit longer at a time. So we'll try 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bring them back down. The stronger the gymnast gets, the longer they'll be able to hold it. Try and aim for 10 seconds before moving on to the next stage. So the next stage we're going to do is get the gymnast to perform the negative stage of the chin up. So they're going to start with their chin over the top of the bar. They're going to join their legs together and then slowly lower themselves down to a dead hang. The gymnast can then put their feet back onto the blocks again, and they can practice this multiple times, trying to get comfortable in the hang position and the chin position, lower themselves down nice and slowly and try and making it as controlled as possible. So the next stage we're going to get the gymnast doing is an assisted chin up. First of all, we can get the gymnast to put their feet up on the block, keep their legs bent and pull themselves up to the bar. This should be quite easy because a lot of their weight is taken onto the block. To make this a little bit harder, we can ask the gymnast to straighten their legs and they'll start to take more of the weight and pull themselves up in their assisted chin up. So now we're going to start looking at getting the gymnast to do a full chin up on their own. So we're going to stand the gymnast onto a platform, ask them to grab hold of the bar. To start off with, we can assist them by grabbing their hips and helping them up in their chin up and down, chin over the bar, hold and slowly down. When the gymnast gets good at this, we can step away and allow them to practice their chin ups all by themselves, holding their chin over the bar and slowly lowering themselves down to hang. So we're going to start working on the gymnast abs now and strengthen them ready for the leg lift in the chin circle over. So what we're going to do is lay them flat onto a block and ask them to grab hold of the bar, so it simulates them doing the chin circle over. They're going to bring their knees up to their chest and come back down, bring their knees up, come back down. If they find this easy in a tuck shape, we can ask them to start doing it with straight legs so it makes it a little bit harder. Touch their toes on the bar and again all the way up and all the way down. Stop there. So the more reps they can do with this, the better it's going to be, and then we can start moving them up onto hanging on the bar, doing some harder exercises. So we're going to start taking the leg lift up onto the high bar now. So Dec's going to hang on the bar. For kids that have just started learning that, it's easy for them to bend their legs up to the bar, put their toes on the bar and slowly lower their legs down straight. Do one more time, bend your legs up, touch the bar and slowly lower. For more advanced gymnasts, they can lift their legs nice and straight up to the bar and back down again. Do one more rep, all the way up and all the way down. Drop down. As I said, to start off with, the gymnasts that aren't so flexible and aren't so strong, it's perfectly fine for them to bend their legs up to the bar and then slowly lower themselves down. And for those that are a bit more advanced, they can start working with straight legs all the way from the bottom to the top. So we're going to start combining the gymnast strength with their chin up and with their leg lift at the same time now. So Dec's going to show us how he can jump, hold his chin over the bar and keep his knees lifted up in a tuck and come back down. So this exercise is going to get them used to using their arms, using their lats and bringing their knees up and squeezing their core. The next one we're going to do is exactly the same. He's going to bring his legs up bent and then straighten his legs out into a pike and hold in that position and come back down. Ready so that he can lift his legs over the top of the bar when he starts his circle up. So now we've done a lot of conditioning on the gymnast's arms and on their abs. It's now time to start to move them onto the bar to try and help them understand what it's going to feel like when they go upside down and do their circle round. So the first thing we need to do is test the gymnast's strength in support. So Dec's going to come on here with nice straight arms and straight legs, hold his support position for 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and come back off. The next thing we need to do is start to get the gymnast to understand how to shift their wrists. So when they come round in their circle up, they know how to move their wrists on top of the bar. So we can get them to come onto a block like this, move forwards and lean over the bar. And as you can see, his wrists are going to move back over the top into support. Once they've done this a few times with a block under their feet, we can take them onto the bar, supporting them the whole time, holding their shoulder, coming over the top, moving on top of the bar, and keeping his arms nice and straight. Once they've repeated this over a few times, when we move on to doing the circle up and over the top, they should understand what to do with their wrists, and it will make it nice and easy. So we're now going to start getting the gymnasts to practice their circle up, but we're going to do it in reverse to start off with. Makes it a little bit easier for them to practice, but gives them a good understanding of what to do. So we're going to get Dec to jump on top of the bar, with his arms nice and straight. I'm going to hold his leg with my hand underneath here, and my left hand's going to go on his shoulder. He's slowly going to roll round the bar, move his wrist, my hands are going to swap, and then I'm going to slowly lower him down to the floor. We'll do it one more time. Jump up, legs nice and straight. My right hand goes on the back of his leg, left hand on his shoulder. He's going to come round, I'm going to swap my hands over, and then slowly lower him down. Once the gymnast has done the forward circle with your support, they can then start to have a go by themselves, and you can shadow them, just be next to them, make sure they're safe the whole time. So you're just going to stand at the side of them as they slowly lower down. Your hands are just going to be in the place where they normally would be, but you're just not going to be grabbing them and giving them any assistance. So we'll do that one more time. Jump up. Once they've done it with shadowing, you can step back, let the gymnast do it all by themselves, and they should be able to practice this over and over again before we move on to circling up backwards. Now we're ready to start getting the gymnasts to do their chin circle over with a little bit of support from a wall or a slope in front of them. So what they're going to do is stand with their chin at the bar. What they're going to do is then walk their feet forwards and up the wall, kicking their leg over the top, round into support, and then come back down again off the bar. We'll do that one more time. So he's just going to walk his feet up the wall, kick over the top, turn his wrists, and stand up on top of the bar. Once the gymnast has done the chin circle over with your support, they can then start to have a go by themselves without you being there. You don't have to support them for this, and they can keep walking their feet up the wall, practicing, getting lots of goes in, ready for when they have to do it without the wall in front of them. Once the gymnast has done their chin circle up, walking all the way up the top of the block, we can then make the block a little bit lower so they don't get the ease of walking their feet all the way up. So they'll only be able to get halfway this time. So if we watch Dec, he's going to place his foot on the block in front of him. He's going to step and kick his leg up and over the top into support on the bar. Once you've done this and stood next to them, make sure they're all okay, they can then have a go by themselves and kick all the way up into a nice support. So we're going to show you now how to support the full circle up. My left hand's going to start on the gymnast's back, my right hand's going to start on the gymnast's legs. As I lift the gymnast over, my hands are going to swap over, and then you can see how it's done the full way through. So, hands on, over the top, swap hands, grab the gymnast by the arm, and make sure they don't fall backwards. We can then take all the blocks away and ask the gymnast to kick their leg up and over the bar. So first of all, we can start by supporting them. They kick their leg up and over, and we can turn them on top of the bar into a nice support. After that, we can step away and ask the gymnast to practice kicking their leg up over the top into support. Now we know the gymnast is good and safe at kicking their leg over and doing their circle up by themselves. We can now ask them to join their feet together, not allowing them to kick their leg forwards and upwards. So this is going to make it a little bit harder, and it's going to make them work their abs a little bit more, doing that leg lift action over the top of the bar. So Dec, jump, legs up and over the top, and push into support. Notice that the gymnast is already stood with their chin level with the bar, so it makes it a little bit easier for them, so they don't have to do a full range chin up before lifting their legs all the way up and over on top of the bar. So Dec, we can do that one more time. Legs up and over into a nice support. So moving on to the full skill, once they've done all of those preps, we can then bring them up onto the high bar. To start off with, you might need to give them a little bit of support in their chin up and their legs coming up and over the bar. Once they've done it once or twice and you've done all of the exercises beforehand, they should understand this and be able to get on with this themselves. So jump, sit, pull legs up, round the top and over, nice, and then come down. Okay, so now we can let the gymnasts have a go by themselves. So chin up, legs up and over the bar, turn the wrists up on top of the bar, and then they can lower themselves down to the floor. So looking back at the chin circle over, three of the most important things to look out for are the chin up, bringing their chin over the bar and lifting all the way over, the leg lift, being nice and strong in their core, and understanding how to shift their wrists on top of the bar. If you manage to get the gymnast to do all these three things, they should be able to do a chin circle over without any problems.